I grew up being told stories of how significant and sacred is human connections to the ocean, to our environment, to our natural environment. It has bubbled into this passion for me because now more than ever we need to re-establish a long-lost connection between man and his environment. I'm particularly worried about the fact that a lot of young people particularly won't know about this site, what it represents and its significance. I think also this is quite a core in terms of the work we are doing. These are sites that speaks to culture, speaks to history, speaks to the beauty and the connection of people to their environment. So these sites need to be recognized as such. And then when we think about conservation and protection of our beautiful coastline, we need to bring this core connection to the center. So let's go. It's not my story, it's the story of my people, it's the story of our people. And I hope I'm telling the story as honoring to the great prophet as can be told. Stories take various forms, are told from different perspectives. A great warrior, Makhanda Ka Nxele. To be Nxele is to be left-handed. That fateful night was to show the real living connection to our ancestors, but also the power. To be a diviner is to speak to the plant, is to speak to the animal, is to speak, is to see things before they happen, is to prophesy. So you really have a special place in society, you are revered. So he summoned Xhosa warriors, and then he promised his people that he's gonna summon our ancestors to help us fight in the British Frontier War. He promised he was gonna jump from one side to the other. He chose this site because he knew exactly how close it is to our ancestors. So after hours and hours of waiting, he never jumped. And there's many stories to what led to that. Some of the warriors, they started chanting war cries and they started entering the water. I'm not sure if that actually tainted the ceremony. What he wanted was for his people to be safe. He handed himself over. And then at the time, the norm was, I hand myself over as a chief, sign of peace. He actually promised his people that he is going to be there. There is a great idiom that says, "Ukubuya ka Nxele." And like, it's quite a powerful one because we are waiting to this date, his return. It's me saying to you, give me a moment, I'll be back. 200 years later, I'm still in that moment. In relation to the work we are doing, the cultural significance of this area is that today, people are still coming here to pray. So we see people wearing white robes coming here. And I think the reason why they come particularly to this site is the same reason Makanda chose this site, is the proximity. So in Xhosa tradition, God is Uqamata. Like we pray to our ancestors as the messengers, but then for him to go and surrender himself, hand himself over, speaks to his desire for peace. But for him to, in pursuit of that peace, to surrender himself is much more powerful than jumping across this. It symbolizes that power.